on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see two teams looking to bounce back from disappointing seasons a year ago, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers playing host to the Dallas Cowboys. I'll be back with you at halftime with a look at the other games that are going on. But now let's get up to Charlotte. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. A short time ago, a scene that never fails to stir up the folks here in Charlotte. Cam Newton strutting his way onto the field. His guys are fired up as they get set to go toe-to-toe with the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They passed the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. And they will be led out by their starting quarterback since his arrival back in 2011. It's Cam Newton.
One of the great physical specimens that's ever played the quarterback position in the NFL. It's not just the numbers that he generates, it's the threat of what he can do. You have to play him not just for the pass, but for the run. And getting him on the ground in either situation, a very difficult task for any defense.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On second down, McCaffrey. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play. Holding him to no gain.
A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases that they're able to exploit right there.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
We turn our attention to the Panthers as they come out here on offense, and it's been an interesting three-year run. You look back to their Super Bowl appearance, then they dropped to 6-10 a couple of years ago. Last year back in the playoffs with 11 wins. So what in 2018?
I think a continuation of 2017 and an expansion on what we saw. It's always going to be a tough-minded team. They want to run the ball inside, and Cam Newton can be your short yardage runner as well as play the quarterback position and throw it. But they want to open things up. Remember, they drafted Christian McCaffrey last year, want to get him the ball in open space. They ended up drafting DJ Moore this year, so they want to be more explosive down the field throwing the football. And Luke Kuechly is a heck of a building block on defense. This is a team that fully expects to contend in the NFC South, and they think they can go much deeper in the playoffs.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And the first catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 50, Newton. And Thomas has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Shifts free at the 15. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You
kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 9-0 our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down.
on defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good people to affect the play.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. I'm curious to get your thoughts for Carolina as we head into the regular season as they come out here on offense. 3 years ago, we know what they did. 2 years ago, struggled. Then last year, back to 11-5. What does 2018 hold?
I think they'll tweak things a little bit more on offense with a brand-new offensive coordinator. Cam Newton continues. Looking forward to watching that continue to happen. Of course, Greg Olsen continues to be their primary target downfield. Flipping it over to the defensive side of the ball, there's still no better linebacker in the league than Luke Kuechly.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Now Austin. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Out comes the Cowboys offense. The wild optimism going into last season, of course, because they were coming off that 13-3.
He hasn't been a repeat champion in the East since 2003-2004, and that was Philadelphia, who currently holds the crown right now. But this is a Dallas team that I think has worked its way through some adversity. They've lost some key veteran players along the way the last 2 years. So the face of the franchise, actually the face is quarterback Dak Prescott. But to me, the guy who really makes them go, running back Ezekiel Elliott. If they get 16 out of him, expect Dallas to be in the thick of things.
He got 29 yards that time.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Prescott now on 2nd down. A dump off to Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. And
incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Terrence Williams from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
More now to return. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return in the open field. And make them kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
A reminder coming up at the half, we hook up with a new guy, Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis, and more importantly this year, scores and stats from around the league here in week 1. So do not press that skip button. From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Torrey Smith, his first touchdown as a Carolina Panther. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other ball that was thrown?
And some talent, too. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Gano out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Prescott on 1st down. Oh, Prescott stripped. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. 2nd down, Prescott. And he's going to get in need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Prescott on fourth down. And that is going to be incomplete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they stop it here with just a... Under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, it's Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, partner, the last couple weeks I've been asking you about the favorites in each division. We talked about Super Bowl predictions and all that. But
I'm going to start with an AFC. Shouldn't be a surprise when you look at who they have returning from injury, and that's the Houston Texans. They were running the AFC South for a while when everyone was healthy and J.J. Watt was getting to the quarterback. Now Deshaun Watson returns, and they're an entirely different team with him at quarterback. On the NFC side, I know a lot of people are looking at the Bears, and rightly so. I love them as a trendy pick. But I'm going to take one where people are saying maybe they're a 5-win team. I don't believe that for a second. The Seattle Seahawks. I think they will surprise people and contend in the NFC West.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long.
We got chips over here. Chips over here. 180.
From the gun, here's Newton. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt.